Zero Caliber Reloaded launched onto Oculus Quest 2 on the 13th of May 2021, and I was very mean about it. In my initial review I said the graphics were laughable, the AI was dumb, the gun models were poor, and the whole game was a severely cut back version of its mostly excellent PC counterpart, and people got quite upset about that. One guy even said that I should delete my channel then go and kill myself, which I thought was a bit harsh. In 3 short months since release, the developers Xreal have been working very hard to turn the game around and have released no less than 5 updates. So I've decided to jump back in and take another long hard look at Zero Caliber Reloaded. Has it been pulled back from the brink? Let's get straight into it then, and remember, we're born to respawn. Beer. Oh yes. I have played through Zero Caliber Reloaded fully since Update 5 dropped on August 12th. And I'd just like to say that game is now night and day different from when it launched. But is that a good thing? I'll talk about the stuff that was good when the game launched, the stuff that was bad, and what the devs have done to improve the game all round since then. Finally, I'll give my new verdict on whether Zero Caliber Reloaded is worth your time and money, so stick around to the end of the video to find that out. Okay, ready? Let's talk about the good things. Co-op. The best part of Zero Caliber Reloaded is getting into a lobby with 3 friends and tackling your favourite levels. This was always good fun, even when the game launched. The devs have spent some time tweaking this aspect of the game by adding a regional server selector, made finding and joining your friends easier, plus improved overall server-side stability. Sound. The sound of your gunfire was another highlight, but again, the devs have spent some time enhancing ambient noise levels and improving the gameplay, combat music to add tension. Okay, that was the positive stuff from the original review. Bit brief, wasn't it? So what didn't I like initially, and what have the devs done to address those issues in Zero Caliber Reloaded? Graphics. In my review, I described them as laughable. The original opening level after doing the tutorial was laughably poor, with low poly trees that popped in, flat, low-res textures for buildings and level detail, with a ridiculous explosion at the end which looked like it was ripped straight from the original Doom. So, deep breath, what have the devs done to improve the graphics? Basically, everything. The muzzle flash on your gun is no longer a flat texture. Explosions have been fleshed out, weapon models have been improved, enemies now look better and are more varied. All of the maps have had a graphical overhaul, with increased textures, objects, weather effects and day-night changes. The devs have increased texture resolution on the Oculus Quest 2. Apologies to any original Quest owners out there, but unfortunately you are now substantially outnumbered by Quest 2 owners, so sorry. Going back into the game after these updates is a bit of a shock, to be honest, as things have improved drastically. The bland levels are now in the minority as the game has come on leaps and bounds graphically. The interior levels are strong as ever, but now the exterior levels are equally pleasing as the game actually looks very nice in places, particularly Frostbite and Inspection, though I am still not keen on Thunderstorm as I think it looks a bit muddy and the enemies are hard to pick out. But it still looks much better than it did originally. Gameplay. I dropped into Frostbite, one of my fave maps, and put the difficulty on hardened, then got my arse handed to me very quickly and very aggressively. The devs have obviously worked hard to make the Taloki enemies better and more aggressive. The AI still isn't the smartest, but they now take cover to shoot back, shoot more often, and are much more accurate. This makes picking your way through levels more tactical, as you have to move from cover to cover to avoid being picked off by snipers, whilst trying to bang in those satisfying headshots. The gunplay was already fun, but your tactical vest is now easier to use, more reliable when picking items out, though still not perfect. It is a problem with all FPS VR shooters, and I've termed it fiddly vest syndrome. Now, Contractors, Pavlov and Onward all suffer from this, so we'll let that one slide. And there are more enemies. One of the criticisms I had of the game at the launch was there was a lack of enemies, which made the game way too easy. That has now been addressed. There have also been a ton of bug fixes and tweaks in the background, plus the devs have added some cool new weapon attachment and skins to the mix. Before we get to my conclusion, I'd like to thank my patrons. I love you all truly, madly and deeply. Plus, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content. Thank you. So, is the game now worth your time and money? Phantom Covert Ops, Sniper Elite VR and the peerless Walking Dead Saints and Sinners are the best story-led FPS shooters on the Oculus Quest, with an honourable mention to Dr. Beef and his excellent VR port of Doom 3. I am now adding Zero Caliber to that list. It's not perfect, it still has a few issues. The plot is throwaway, the dialogue is from a bad 80s action movie, though is that a bad thing? And I still miss my PC VR armory, but Xreal have worked so hard to turn this around in such a short time that I think it's an essential buy. Good single player, the 19 levels give it a decent playthrough time, lots and lots of guns and attachments, huge graphical improvements, especially the Quest 2 version, plus throw in the superb co-op mode and you have the full package the game should have been on release. So congratulations to Xreal for turning this game around and delivering this fun, action-packed, story-led FPS in VR. Just please don't leave it 3 months next time. Thanks to Dan from Xreal for reaching out to me. I'm really pleased I took the time and went back to this game. Have you played Zero Caliber since Update 5? What do you think of the game in its current state? If you haven't got the game, are you now tempted after seeing my review? You know the drill. Get involved and comment down below. Well, that is it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. The algorithm loves the likes. Click the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload any new content, and maybe do all the things popping up around me now. You can also support the channel on PayPal or Patreon, or by going to my shop on tshirtstudio.com and purchasing some of my stylish merchandise. My best chum Surgical has launched his own YouTube channel, so go check out the link in the description below. And I also stream once a week, so keep an eye on the community page on my channel for times and dates. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the other side.